So I have 5 books right here. They are philosophy books. I am really interested in philosophy, and I don't think I'd regret reading any of them. I think I would absolutely love it, and I'm going to be judging the books by their covers. And people say that you shouldn't be doing this, but I think you absolutely should. People judge anything by the way it looks, covers of books. People, if you're walking out at night and someone is hard to identify because they are wearing suspicious clothing, covered in black, wearing ski mask, and they are following you on top of that, then of course you're going to trust your gut, your human instinct to avoid that and go away because you think that they are dangerous. If you are an ice cream tester, then you must give your first impressions, right? Then regardless whether it met your expectations or not, the whole point is analyzing it. It's more interesting. And if you have read any of these books and you hear what I have to say about them, you may be thinking, really? Nah, you're going to change your mind completely. You really think that this is going to be X, Y, or Z. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, we have 1984 by George Orwell. Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. The Child by Franz Kafka. The Prince by Machiavelli. And Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. So far what I know about this book already is that Marcus Aurelius, this book is about his personal notes, and everyone's notes are different, right? But him, especially because he is the emperor, I believe, was the emperor, his words would have meant way more and probably changed the world. So I'm really intrigued on what things he has to say, what things are actually inside this book, behind the pages. Of course, his statue there, he deserved it, left his mark. I don't know who it was, Marcus Aurelius or Seneca. I think it was Marcus Aurelius it is Marcus Aurelius, I think, who 2,000 years ago, his words still made sense to this day because he was so ahead of time, which is extraordinary. I really wonder what is going to be inside this book. Reading the blurb. Their icy blasts are refreshing and restorative. They tell you the worst, and having heard the worst, you feel less bad. Blake Morrison. Written in Greek by the only Roman emperor who was also a philosopher without any intention of publication, the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius offer a remarkable series of challenging spiritual reflections and exercises developed as the emperor struggled to understand himself and make sense of the universe, while the meditations were composed to provide personal consolation, and encouragement. Marcus Aurelius also created one of the greatest of all works of philosophy, a timeless collection that has been consulted and admired by statesmen, thinkers, and readers throughout centuries. As I said, he defo made an impact on the world. And this looks damn interesting. I will give this a rating on 8.5 out of 10. That's how good I think the book will be. I think it will get interesting maybe a quarter of the way through, or maybe not halfway, but I might be completely wrong. That's just my assumption, as me not ever reading the book before. Now we have The Prince by The Prince by Machiavelli. I feel this book would have so many quotes in it. Machiavelli is the GOAT. He's one of my favourites, even though I don't know too much about philosophy. The pages are golden. It's got golden, it's gold on the front as well. Yeah, I think this will make me see things see things in a way which I haven't seen before, make me have different perspectives on life. And I don't know what this book will be about. There's a sword on the front cover. I really wonder what this is going to be about. I have no idea. Men ought to attempt everything and fear nothing. This book is going to be really deep in terms of philosophy, and I truly know that. I think I could connect with this book straight away. It is much safer to be feared than loved, for love is preserved by the link of obligation broken at every opportunity for their advantage, but fear preserves you by a dread of punishment which never fails. Damn. I think I'll learn a lot from this book, actually. It'll probably even, not just with this one, but all of them, better my vocabulary and make me more sharp and more fluent with reading and everything. And yeah, this will be... Damn. I think this will be... It's hard to say, really. I want to say a 9.5 out of 10. Now that's how good I think it'll be. I just love quotes as well. The way, like, every single philosopher has said different quotes. That's the unique thing about them. That's why I think that book has lots of quotes in it. We have The Trial by Franz Kafka. What I know about this book already is that he was, or whoever was accused of a crime, and, which he didn't do, and he uses his own knowledge to get out of it. And I'm really curious on how that happened and what, what is, inside the book. And especially in that time period, getting accused of a crime which he didn't do would be very different than getting accused in a crime which he didn't do in this day and age. So yeah, things would be a lot different back then. Obviously, this book is old, I think, and yeah. This looks very unpredictable. I have no idea on what to expect. I think that this will just become better and better and better and better. I've never seen a cover like this before. There's definitely some trauma he's been inside this book. I don't know, maybe. I might be wrong. It is the fate and perhaps the greatness of this work that it offers everything and confirms nothing. Albert Camus. Yeah, his quotes are very nice as well. Joseph K., an ordinary bank clerk, is accused of a crime he did not commit, whose nature is never revealed to him. As he tries to defend his innocence amid a labyrinth world of anonymous bureaucrats, stifling courtrooms, and casual brutality, he becomes increasingly uncertain of his fate and spirals towards destruction. Kafka's gripping, unnerving parable about the nature of terror and the futility of human life is at once nightmarish and chillingly real. Damn. I think this book will be a 8.5 out of 10. And that's the thing with books. You don't even know what's going to be inside of it. Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. So similarly to meditations, this is just about morals, I believe. Letters. But okay, yeah. So this is about letters, but meditations is about his personal notes. They're kind of similar, I guess. And yeah, I don't really know I don't know much about Seneca. I think this will be very interesting, though. And I know I keep saying that for every book, but yeah. It is philosophy that has the duty of protecting us. Without it, no one can lead a life free of fear or worry. For several years of his turbulent life, in which he was dragged by ill health, exile, and political danger, Seneca, 4 BC to AD 65, was guiding hand of the Roman emperor. His inspired reasoning derived mainly from the Stoic principles, which had originally been developed some centuries earlier in Athens. This selection of Seneca's letters shows him upholding the austere ethical ideals of Stoicism. The wisdom of the self-possessed person, immune to overmastering emotions and life setbacks while valuing friendships and courage of ordinary men and criticizing the harsh treatment of slaves and the cruelties in the gladiatorial arena. The humanity and the wit revealed in Seneca's interpretation of Stoicism is a moving and inspiring declaration of the dignity of the individual mind. Robin Campbell's translation captures Seneca's humor and tautly aphoristic style. His introduction and notes discuss the tension between a philosopher's principles and his accusation of wealth, and his role advising the increasingly wayward and tyrannical Emperor Nero. Damn, that is so much more than what I thought of it as. And these books, I don't know which themes they go into, but for what I do know is that some is about political views, some is about capitalism, some is just about, just deep philosophy and everything. And I like philosophy because, I don't like any other books really, unless it's an autobiography, because I don't like fairy tales and all that bullshit. But yeah. Oh, shit. I think this will be a 8.7 out of 10. If you've read any of these, let me know. 1984 by George Orwell. This looks so boring. But minimalistic at the same time. The eye is what pops out the most. I feel that this book will get interesting and make me connect with it the first page, the first sentence which I even read of it. Truly. George Orwell, I don't know too much about him. And yeah, I really don't know what to say about this, to be honest with you. So let's just go ahead and read the blurb. The year 1984 has come and gone, but George Orwell's prophetic, nightmarish vision in 1949 of the world we were becoming is timeliner than ever. 1984 is still the great modern classic of negative utopia, a startlingly original and haunting novel that creates an imaginary world that is completely convincing. From the first sentence to the last four words, no one can deny the novel's hold on the imaginations of the whole generations, or power of its admonitions, a power that seems to grow, not lessen, with the passage of time. With an afterword by Eric Fromm, if I said that correctly. What did I say? Bro, the first sentence. I just said that. I just said I'm going to be, locked in the first sentence. And I even said that in the blurb. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be reading this on first. And yeah, thank you for watching.